back to my channel. My name is Alondra Elizabeth. Today I'm going to be doing a sit down standing up video because I'm not actually sitting since I'm really tired of being in my chair all the time from working from home, doing some webinars with the schools I've been admitted with, etc. So I'm standing up, but I did want to upload a video of me talking about my actual stats and what was in my application, like if I did addendums, etc., just to give you all a better idea of what kind of applicant I was, and so that you know, in the context of what school I've been accepted into, what schools I've been waitlisted, rejected, etc. I mean, like, don't base off your applications off of what my stats are and like what I may or may not have gotten accepted in, waitlisted, rejected, because at the end of the day, like, schools do look at you holistically and everything you turn in is important, other than like your GPA and your LSAT score. They really do. I mean, like, letters of recommendation, your personal statement, like all of those are key aspects of it. So yeah, don't measure yourself against me, but maybe it'll be helpful. Maybe this conversation will give you some hope. I know I was very nervous applying with the LSAT score and GPA that I had, and like, it added so much stress to me because I just thought that I was not the type of candidate that would be able to get into the schools that I was applying to. So I hope this calms down your nerves and makes the application cycle a little bit more calm for you, knowing that someone with my stats got into law school. And yeah, that's kind of what the point of this video is. I hope you enjoy. I hope this is helpful. If you have any other specific questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below and I'll respond back to you. And if it's like a common question or a bigger question, I'll make a video of it. But enjoy. All right, so the numbers everybody wants to know. For my LSAT, I took it twice. The first time I got a 150 and was not happy with that. I wanted something higher, so I retook it again. I was hoping to get really a range of 155 to 157. I ended up getting a 153 my second time, and I just felt that because it was like the 2-point difference between my 155 that I would have been okay with, I didn't want to go through the whole process of studying for the exam because I was so over the LSAT. So I just went with it. It put me slightly below most, like, medians, or at the median of the schools I was applying to. So it did make me nervous, but I went for it. So that was my LSAT score that I applied for with. My GPA, I graduated from UCLA and it was a 3.27. The 27 really bugs me. I really just wish it would be a 3.3, but it was a 3.27. So relatively low in my mind. That, you know, I feel like a 3.5 GPA is like solid. Well, not, I mean, yeah, it's solid. Like, I feel like 3.5 is solid. Anything below 3.5 to me felt like was very low. So combining that with my low GPA, my low LSAT, yes, I was a ball of nerves when it came to applying to schools because I felt that I just had very low stats and that those stats were very important. So those were my stats and that's what I used. In regards to what was in my application, I included addendums for the LSAT score if I was below the school's median. Because like I said, some of them I was at their median, so I didn't include an addendum for those schools. For the ones that I included one. I did include a GPA addendum for all of the schools I applied to, again, because I feel like that was a low GPA. And in those addendums, it was just kind of explaining that although I may have a low score, a low GPA, like, that is not the end all be all. That's not who I am as a student. That even though I have low scores, low GPA, like, I can do the work and I can thrive as a law student. So that's kind of what I was explaining. The addendums that I turned in were 1 page, 3 paragraphs max. And other than that, I did not include any diversity statements or anything like that. I just had the basic personal statement. I had 2 letters of recommendation that I got from professors that I submitted along with my application. And that's pretty much it. Like, I did spend a lot of time on personal statements. I spent a good 4 months, I believe, and I wrote a personalized personal statement for each school and each statement got to about 7 versions, with at least 3 different reviewers each. So I spent a lot of time and effort on making that. And my addendums, I had, I think, 1 or 2 people read those as well, just to like make sure somebody else reviewed something that I wrote. And so one thing that I know a lot of admissions teams mentioned is that everything you turn in is important, that your application should be a puzzle that fits together. Like you should be, if you're, like everything should be connecting a dots, and everything should holistically say who you are as a person. And I do understand that that's difficult to do with like numbers and 1 or 2 statements that you may be including, but you're really just supposed to try and make sure that everything complements each other. You're not bragging about yourself being an amazing writer and then your letter of recommendation says that you are adequate, so it's like just making sure like you're not exaggerating just to exaggerate, but that everything is complementary. So I really did focus on that and trying to make my application as a whole be holistically good and as much of me as it could be. So yes, that's what was in my application. Those are my stats. As if you haven't seen my admissions video, I'll link it up here. I have been admitted to 2 schools in the Bay Area. I've been rejected from 1 school and I've been waitlisted at another. I'm currently waiting for 3 other more schools, 2 of which are my reach schools. So yes, I'll keep you guys updated, but I just really wanted to talk a little bit about what my application looked like, so that you all have context of the schools that I'm getting into and what my law journey has looked like and will continue to look like. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it's helpful. If you have any questions. And yeah, I guess another thing I wanted to say is that this process has definitely been like anxiety inducing to be waiting so long, and like I'm definitely not like, it's not easy journey or thing to be doing, to be waiting and things, which is why I wanted to share this information. I feel like definitely most people don't say what scores they got and like could be giving you like positive vibes, like, oh, work hard, smile through the pain, etc. And it's very confusing. It's very hard to be a first generation student who's just hearing all of that, like work hard, you'll get there, like it just takes time, etc., and not know like what everyone actually did or like what it actually looked like. So that's part of what my goal is, to just be as transparent as I can when it comes to these things, because I just felt like even though there is support or like people sharing their journeys, it's very convoluted and it's very hard to make sense because you don't know. Like as a first generation student, I did not know, even though I was following accounts on Instagram and starting to watch some like YouTube vloggers, like they never really said what it was, and they just kind of gave you positivity vibes without really talking about the hard like the difficulties behind this and giving you context for like what they're choosing to do, etc. So this is just my attempt to give you all some context to the videos that I upload, to the advice that I give, to the things that I share. And if you're not following me on my Instagram account, go ahead and give it a follow. It's at ae.aspiring.attorney. I'll add it here. I try to break down things that I share in my video into smaller portions, to be easily accessible, easy to read. So yeah, go ahead and give me a follow. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Like this video if you did, and make sure to leave a comment below if you have any questions. I've already said that a million times, but I really am trying to just hope to be a resource for other first generation students. So make sure to do that. Hope you all have a great day. Thank you for watching.